Sir, if you
It's just such a great combo that otherwise we would have seen 2 dead from Bro, and we would have seen Lucid die there. But Roma kind of redeeming himself for that unfortunate shockwave earlier. Now they have Baron in hand and do want to try and get access to some of these towers. Remember, Bro have not taken a single tower this game.
It's kind of insane, actually.
Kind of hard into Sivir and Victor to take down those towers.
Yeah.
And D+ just pop the on the hunt to try and hunt them down.
I do think that this is one of these teams, you know, I mentioned it earlier on in the game where it's like, the wave clear is so insane. I don't know if Bro win without Baron, especially with a game that's this close so far.
Yeah, D+ still have a gold lead, and the Baron power play has been pretty small.
Yeah. And Teddy's also in this game, so you remember that 94-minute game.
Another fucking
That was an issue because they were playing into Azir and Sivir. They just could not end the game.
You know, when you say, do you remember that 94-minute game? If memories take up certain amounts of space, how much space does that 94-minute game take? That's a lot of memory devoted to that, when you think about it.
So you would think on paper it would be like double the time of a 47-minute game.
That would make sense.
But actually, because it was so memorable, it takes up more space.
Wow. I'm glad we could establish this.
That's getting the analysis in there for you. Xiu is already super low. Teddy is just... Teddy doesn't get hit by anything. It just feels like he's like...
The equalizer.
He's dunked himself in oil. And he's just slipping all over the place, and nobody can do anything about it.
I feel like there's this element of respect that D+ are given to Teddy because he has no flash, and yet he will use his arcane shift, and they're like, no, 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 I don't think we can hit him. I don't think we should go for it.
Well, they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, they don't with the skill shots they throw, but they have a job, and they just seem very cautious about committing on this Ezreal. Teddy playing to the limits. They will secure the dragon. Will they look for more? Showmaker there.
And Showmaker's got a nice angle here on a Teddy who's just going to use the disengage cone, and he gets over the wall. And there's the shockwave, but it's only going to hit the Bard, and now we got Showmaker just sprinting at them. You see Bro trying to lose this one gracefully, but they're going to lose 2, as at least they got Lucid somehow.
Yeah, they did manage to get the dragon as well, and Teddy managed to survive. But Showmaker trying to take the game into his own hands. We see this play here, and I think D+ are struggling with their approach to fights. Showmaker finds a good angle out of the vision, lack of vision, so he gets Teddy chunked down. Lucid engages onto the Pantheon, which is kind of not being working phenomenally, but then the spell shield from Smash on the shockwave allows him to push forward. Showmaker flashes over the wall and has tons of damage, so Bro have to back away.
Yeah, it's quite a scrappy game with a lot of damage on both sides. I mean, 3 potential carries for Bro, 3 for DK because K'Sante is also a carry. But Showmaker is doing quite a lot of damage, and this is really before the Sivir gets fully online as well. So you can imagine what that DK late game is going to look like. But Bro are no slouch in the late game either, so it could get very interesting, especially because the game is still very close. I mean, D+ Kia do have a slight lead, but 2 dragons apiece. You got a very fed Ezreal on the side of Bro, very fed Victor on the side of DK.
Fedzreal? No, that sounds terrible. I'm never saying that again. That was a one-off.
How about just a Fezreal?
Now I just think of Ezreal wearing a fez. Which would be pretty,
that's
great.
Cool.
I like that a lot
okay.
more. We should have that as a skill.
Lucid is just dead. He's just dead. He was just standing there dying. Bro, like, you're not allowed to access our jungle. What's that?
I seem to remember Ezreal Q's being a skill shot, but it just doesn't look like it anymore. Teddy just doesn't miss. He just hits. And I think it's just that straightforward. Just hit.
I mean, Teddy on form is really something to behold. Like, there's a reason why this guy has so many fans and is so legendary, even though he's been on a lot of, to be honest, not the best rosters and hasn't necessarily been in the best form his entire career. But when he's on form, it's like, whoa.
I thought he was on Ezreal, not... I don't know what this other champ you mentioned is. Form?
It's a new one. Sorry, yeah, a little bit of a spoiler. Yeah.
We'll have to see that one. Void Staff now for Roma. Fel's Grudge for Teddy. Some big spikes coming through. It feels like even though the gold is in favor of D+, tempo vibes in favor of the Bros right now. Teddy is just such a looming threat. Mostly because he just hits out all the skill shots.
Yeah.
That is why.
I mean, we have all this information about the numbers and stuff, but the players themselves, like, what they're experiencing is Teddy kind of just doing a bajillion damage and having no way to lock him down if you're D plus Kia.
Oh.
Nice try from Namgung, actually, but that wall just a little bit too rotund.
That's the Bard Rock.
Yeah.
No.
It does kind of have like a little, you know, rounded shape there on the left.
Yeah, you can't bend the dredge line around that.
Yeah.
This was Teddy waiting this pocket of vision, and he just goes, I will hit everything. And he does. And obviously you hit those Mystic Shots, you get the cooldown refund, gets a second Arcane Shift. As a Jarvan, a Fed Ezreal is just your nightmare. And Teddy can comfortably play out of range of pretty much all of D+.
All right, there's no Arcane Shift now. They're going to force the flash, but already a bunch of damage done to Lucid, who's going to have to flash himself. Namgung also pretty low, though. The Equalizer doesn't do a whole lot, but it forces flashes and smashes out of position. Just dead immediately. She was like, well, I'm K'Sante. I do the knock-up, and now I'm going to die. As he's alone against 5. He's just trying to take out Namgung if he can, but Namgung just running in circles. Nice, done, and that'll be Baron to Bro.
Try and engage on Teddy. It sounds like the right move. He's the Fed Ezreal. We have to shut him down, but he has flash. He has terrain to move behind, and he ends up just dishing out all that damage regardless. And the problem is, you commit so heavily on this Ezreal, you don't get him, and it means the rest of Bro are just free to do what they want. They're threatening here with the On the Hunt, but the Arcane Shift's away, but then think, hey, we can go for him. No Arcane Shift. Unfortunately, he has the flash, gets it over the wall, even with the Cataclysm jutting out a little bit. And then the rest of the team comes in, cuts them off. Casting's there on the front line. Gideon's getting on top of the Sivir. And Shu, unfortunately, as tanky as he is, just doesn't have the damage to even kill Namgung.
Yeah, when you consider the decision-making of D plus Kia, I think a large factor of why they went so deep in the enemy jungle was because, as you mentioned, the idea is we got to deal with Teddy. We got to take him out, and they go so deep to do that that it really just, it really is not great for D plus Kia. Now they've fallen pretty far behind. Bro had the tempo vibes, but now, I mean, you mentioned how there weren't a lot of turrets on the maps that they had taken, but with the Baron buff, able to get mid, able to get bot, and the push is on.
Yeah, one thing I will say, Teddy now flashless, very strong, but a little bit more vulnerable, so... Oh, this big equalizer, so much damage.
Yeah. And there's, it's not like an equalizer where you're trying to combo it and follow up and get kills. It's essentially a real zoning ult. Gonna get them off of the turret.
Tower going down bot lane. They're looking for this mid lane tower pretty low. Are D+ going to try for an engage or just grin and bear it? They've got a decent amount of wave clear. Obviously, it's not enough to protect all your turrets against Baron. Oh, they're looking for casting now. He has flash, though.
Yeah. I mean, Korea's been good about getting flashes in this game.
Yeah. I think
it's just, what about the follow-up, you know?
I think, honestly, if he'd gone for, like, the flash auto a Q for the slow, and then he could have bard ulted after, because obviously, if you slow him, Lucy's going to get in range to Cataclysm, casting might have to flash, and then you can ult after the flash. Maybe that's the passage of play that would have led to a kill there. But in the end, they get casting's flash. Korea ends up keeping his. And at least that's something that they can tick off there. It's such a big gold swing, though. Over 3,000 for the Baron power play.
Hey, so Bro, Gideon's able to feed that blue buff over to Roamer, who is pretty low on mana, but also Teddy has blue buff himself, so everybody stacking them. And they're just sieging the turret pretty straight up. I mean, with Baron buff, it's going to be difficult for the entire wave to get cleared, especially those back cannon minions, even with the Victor and the Sivir. 4,000
now on the Red Bull Baron power play.
Teddy is just... He's like untouchable. He's just, he doesn't have flash. He arcane shifts in to a Jarvan, does not care. And Career's like, you know what, let me try. Let me give it a shot. It's not gonna work out if you guys go in one at a time, that's for sure.
It feels like he's just taunting them. Just in their faces,
I feel
like
he's
daring
aura
them.
farming.
Yeah.
You know?
He's just daring them to engage on him, and when they do, he just nips away, and it's like, okay, thanks for the cooldowns. Endless Hunger now picked up. If you thought his Arcane Shift was always up before, it's always going to be up.
Yeah. Actually. And see what he builds last.
Yay, I presume.
Probably, yeah. Probably should be.
Yeah.
Especially on Ezreal, a champ where if you do respawn, you can just shift away.
The only alternative would be Bloodthirster, and he already has Gluttonous Greaves and Endless Hunger for sustain. So likely just going to be GA for that extra safety net. He's doing a ton of damage right now. 3,400 gold ahead of the Sivir. And when you look at Sivir's items, those are some good items. You look at Showmaker's items, those are some good items. But it just feels like they're not able to connect onto targets they need to. Smash's game has felt relatively quiet in comparison to the enemy AD carry.
Yeah. I think it's a symptom of not really having the ability to lock down targets reliably. You know, you have a Bard ult and you have a Jarvan. Those are like the two big pieces of CC you have in your kit as a composition, but it's against Ezreal. So, you know, he's just going to be able to dodge everything. Teddy also has done a good job of just walking out of Bard ults. You know, he hasn't even used the shift to get out of those.
Yeah.
Showmaker has somehow done more damage than Teddy
Showmaker
as well.
has been doing a good amount of damage in these fights, but unfortunately just hasn't always stuck to the targets he wants. And now in the situation where Gideon has a GA, Casting has a Seekers, Roma has a Zhonya's, Namgung is pretty tanky as far as Nautiluses go, and Teddy has his flashback up. So, is there a good target? Doesn't really seem like it anymore. They were struggling to engage in him when he was flashless Arcane shifting in.
Yeah.
Now he has his flash. Just gets significantly more difficult. Dragon up in 30 seconds would be Soul for Hanj and Brionne. And normally I talk about, you know, tanky champions benefiting from that, but Roma and Teddy have been pretty mana thirsty, so the mana regen actually pretty high value.
Well, they're going to get the Arcane Shift. And also Namgung, who's just going to flash away. Casting does TP into this one. The hook not really going to do a whole lot. Namgung in a lot of trouble, actually. And down he will go. They use the Cataclysm to get him, though. So using a decent amount here for D plus Kia to pick up just the support of Bro.
Yeah, a lot of cooldown spin that they now don't have to deal with Teddy, but they now have a 5v4 ahead of them, which is pretty valuable in and of itself. D-Plus still pretty healthy, apart from Lucid, who have to reset. Teddy, the one to pick up the blue there, burning through mana pretty quickly. It's kind of what I'm talking about with the Ocean Soul. Both him and Roma just end up really low on mana a lot, so there's value in that.
Yeah.
But for now, D-Plus are setting up on it, but can they deal with the...
Oh, they're just going to try to combo with the Orianna. They get on top of Showmaker, but look at the angle that Xiu gets on a Teddy. It's big, but they don't take him out. Where's the kill on a Teddy? Oh, where is the follow-up? It's just not there, but they're still going to be able to wipe the front line. Teddy looking for a little bit more. And he's really trying to make this game all about him. It's kind of insane.
He has sustain. He can go for this. There's still a Cataclysm available.
What do they do? I mean, we have a TP coming in. This is an Orianna. There's no smite here for Bro. That's going to be an interesting ult from Career, and he's just going to die. As the Jarvan does pick up the Dragon. And Xiu just going to have to hop over the wall to get out.
Okay, D-Plus get the Dragon and manage to come out ahead in the team fight just about. Actually, I think it's even overall in kills with them picking off Namgung at the start, 3 for 3. But they get the Dragon, which is a win enough in and of itself. The fact they didn't kill Teddy there is kind of insane. Xiu had him. I was convinced he was dead. He was so low.
That was the moment where it's like, oh, they got him. Okay, DK, nice.
Yeah, he actually ends up getting targeted a little late in the fight because Engage comes in for the shockwave with the Pantheon. But Xiu flashes for him, and then Teddy tries to flash the ult from the Xante and it ends up backfiring, and then only Career was hitting him after the fact. So Career just didn't have the damage. That Mystic Shot snipe onto the Sivir was huge. And Teddy, just the fact he survived there is crazy. Able to move back in and start providing pressure. They don't have a smite though, so very hard to stop D-Plus from getting the Dragon.
We have the Baron on the map right now. You can see that Bro were posturing around it. but they did not pick it up just yet. A lot of damage in the Showmaker already, actually.
You know what? Teddy went the Bloodthirster instead of the GA. He's like, I don't plan on dying, but I will heal. I will
Like,
always
if I
help.
die, it's over.
Yeah. I mean, he's got insane amounts of sustain now.
All right, Lucius trying to find the angle.
Ignorant thralls.
Nico is best decision. To become everybody. Who says I cannot? I will prove them wrong. Then I will become them. Last laugh, Nico. Hello, enemy. If Nico knows your Shoma, Nico knows you. do now? Find his breath? Ooh, have a picnic! After fight, can Nico tell you about Uvi Cat Drive?
Let's see you get out of this.
Was that... Can our spirits be friends too? Sharing memories, colors, feelings is magic. Magic connects people. Pagadon! Oba! His spirits are all around me. Warm, like hugs. Boa! Poof! Nico back in her Nico scan.
I'll fuck you up.
I am definitely not Nico. No, not Nico.
An enemy has been slain.
Aye, aye. Nico might have a thing for birds. And bird people. Like a wildcat! Roar! Eso! After fight ends, everyone invited to picnic! Even animals! Aye, aye! Nico will keep your Shoma alive. The Uvi Cat are gone. Nico is her own tribe now. People with no tails. Are they lonely? Yes.
An enemy has been slain.
Watch them squirm.
Oh no! Be angry now.
Oh
Every
shit.
place is beautiful. Every place is danger. Is danger beautiful?
Mind you, this is like a 5 million mastery, what's it called? Rumble, by the way.
Aye, ataku, ataku.
Handling my own though, to be honest.
Isso. I will learn. I will grow. I will Nico. Boa. No one expects Nico to not be Nico and to be not Nico instead. Is Nico dead? No one knows.
An enemy has been slain.
Get ready!
Double kill.
Same luck next try. Can our spirits be friends too? Oba! Nico cast magic on you! Shoom, shoom!
The trap is set.
Boa! Beauty shines from inside, where the heart dances. Aye, aye. Do not be bound to a single body. There are so many more. Isso! Oba! Chitali! Boa! Rayama! Aye, aye. They speak through me!
Has been slain. So be it.
Get ready! Bidoom!
Down. Slain an enemy.
Nico's Choma went everywhere. Huge mess. Had to find it all. Nico, no one suspects you are Nico.
An enemy has been slain.
Slow down? No! Fast, fast, fast! Isso! Nico was out, but
Killing
never
spree.
down.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
How can anybody miss home? Home is all around. Oba! Kick it up! Aye, aye!
An ally
If
has been
Nico
slain.
becomes Nico, what does she look like?
An ally has been slain.
Getsu! Get ready! Bidoom! Movie cat vacation over. Back to work. Nico is on her fourth tail.
Killing spree.
Oba! Aye, aye! Nico does not want to be here when the others arrive. Boa! Right means danger! Getsu! Aye, aye!
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Survival means blending in. Boa! Get ready! Bidoom! Getsu!
This shit is so fucking annoying, dude. I'm reporting this kid.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
I'm actually just done with this kid. I'm going bot.
Nico scan.
Unfair bullshit. Not playing no more. Yep. We're just going bot. Full sending bot. I'm done playing this kid scan.
Your team
Fucking
has
sick of it.
destroyed a turret.
This is very exciting. Everything is falling down.
He just has a little bit better sustain than I do. He has a shield. I don't know. Catch back up. I'm not playing that game with that motherfucker, dude. Shit's making me mad as fuck.
Battle time. Woo, woo. Getsu!
The Messiah has suffered much. Get in my way.
There is a Silas there.
Nico keeps a tiny bit of everybody's shoma. They are precious.
An ally
Aye,
has
aye,
been
we are to
slain.
fight now. Let's go! Nico knows your Shoma. Nico knows you.
I'm just gonna avoid playing around him. Like, I'm literally not. Unless we're team fighting, I'm not playing around him. Like, right now. For instance.
What to do now? Find his breath? Ooh! Have picnic! Yo, get ready!
I'll make good use of this.
Noise.
Those two do not get close. Why did you not know?
Noise.
Rampage. An enemy has been slain.
Sharing memories,
An
colors,
enemy has been
feelings
slain.
is magic. Magic connects people. Spirits are all around me, warm like hugs. Aye, aye. Nico might have a thing for birds and bird people. After fight ends, everyone invited to picnic, even enemies.
The ruins of these isles rise to smite you. Rightfully mine. A curse upon the ground.
Nico will keep your Shoma alive.
What's one more grave? Kill and use its form. I must dig. Feel slow.
Turret has been destroyed.
The Uvicat are gone. Nico is her own tribe
Your
now.
team has destroyed a turret.
Yep, he did. He built that. Exactly why I built the fucking Morellos. I knew he was building the fucking Riftmaker. Oh, bitch. I'm not doing bad actually against him though. I'm 7-6.
People with no
He's
tails.
6'4".
Are
So I have
they
another kill.
lonely?
I have one more kill than he does,
Yes.
and only 2 more deaths. So if we can get him to die, that's good. Need him to die again, 2 more times, 3 more times.
No,
Need to get some
Teo,
kills.
we must be angry now. Boa! Aye, aye. I will learn. I will grow. I will... Nico. Isso!
Oh, where's my teammates at, bro?
Nico's Choma went everywhere. Huge
Shut
mess.
down.
Had to find it all.
I gotta go top.
Your turret has been
Where
destroyed.
is Nico? I saw Nico by the river. Everyone knows Nico likes river.
Dominating.
Boa! The air is part of me. Flowers and the rocks. Nico
I'm
is
fighting
everywhere.
this.
Killing
Boba!
Shut down.
Aye, aye.
Good try. You almost left us dry.
Beauty shines from the side. Get ready.
What you lacked in
Ain't no way, bro.
There you are. Is unstoppable. Let me see this guy. Shut down. Your turret has been destroyed.
Nico was out, but never down. It's fun to walk around in different skins. Ito! Oba! Like a wildcat! Roar! Aye, aye! Boa! That worked! I pulled them all. Do not be bound to a single body. There are so many more. Nice try, but no Nico.
Your
Get
team
them!
has destroyed.
Slow down. No. Fast, fast, fast. Huh. Aye, aye.
An ally has been slain.
Oba! How can anybody miss home? Home is all around. Boa!
Mark where they died. That was as close as they got.
Movie cat vacation over. Back to work. Ito! If Nico becomes Nico, what does she look like?
An ally has been slain.
Sunder.
Nico is on her fourth day.
It is necessary. An unholy mark upon all your might. The Isles remember.
That's right. Run.
I shall perform your rites. It claims you.
Nico back in her Nico skin. Nico does not want to be here when the others. Survival means blending in. Esto! ¡Ataco! ¡Ataco! No one underestimate Nico.
Take shape. To destroy.
Standing strong.
Let's fly!
Resist their
Nico's Choma went everywhere. Huge mess. Had to find it all.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your turret has been destroyed.
This is very exciting. Everything is falling down. Boa! Esto! Nico cast magic on you. Shoom, shoom! Nico keeps a tiny bit of everybody's Shoma. Get ready! Get ready!
This never ends.
Nico knows.
I see you all.
Shut down. Double kill.
was out, but
Your
never
team
down.
has destroyed an inhibitor.
Words are tricky. Better to speak with colors and emotion. What to do now?
An enemy has
Find
been
his
slain.
breath?